Hi guys, my name's Elliot Harlin Bethel and this is my channel on energy healing, personal development and fasting. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about evolution and how I got to a point in my life where I took a step back and looked at it and I'd realised that all I was doing was consuming and I'd stopped evolving. I was just buying trainers. I had more trainers than Mariah Carey. Cars, I loved cars, clothes, going out, spending money on food. I was just consuming anything that was out there to consume. I'd happily consume it at that point. And I felt like I stopped evolving. So my soul got very uncomfortable because our souls are here to evolve. They're here to ascend and they're here to enlighten. So if you get stagnant and you stop learning and you stop enjoying yourself or evolving technically, and I started a hashtag called evolution in motion. So I went completely the other way. I flipped the polarity and went less physical based and started concentrating more on my spiritual side and my energy body. And I had some really profound shifts. I mean, the 3-4 years that I've had since I started concentrating more on my energy and my spiritual side, I actually learned and found out more about myself than all the 33 years before it, which is interesting because 33 is a very, very predominant number. 33 is the amount of vertebrae we have in our back, in our spinal column, which is the centralized part of our energy system. It's the year Jesus died. It's used as a master number. 3 and 3 is the ascended master's number. So a lot of people I know around that sort of age tend to have really, really profound shifts energetically and spiritually. And a lot more people are becoming aware of this now as well. And it's written in loads of different texts, from books by Manly P. Hall to any esoteric or teacher that knows about spiritualism or the energy body. So today I wanted to talk about being the highest version of yourself every day, making sure that each day you're evolving a little bit. And I had a really nice message from someone I haven't met yet, who had spoken to somebody, one of their friends that I briefly met when I was on holiday. And this person said how her friend had spoken about me in a very highly way and how I'd shifted their perspective on something. And I'm saying this because, not because of my ego, but because I was humbled massively. I've been humbled many times, but I started this channel as a progression and for me to go back and have something to go back to on my personal self-mastery that I was learning. And if it helped anybody else when they watched it, then that was just a bonus. And there's been several points which have really, really made me feel very happy, that being one of them. But knowing that you can have a profound impact on someone that you've only had a passing conversation with, and also knowing that you can have an impact on someone that you've never met before. When I did a video 2 or 3 years ago where I just sat in front of the camera and cried and it had 250,000 views, I was getting messages from Africa and from the East, from hundreds of guys saying how it had an impact on their lives. So making sure you're the highest version of yourself or the best version of yourself every day is not just beneficial for you, because you're not aware of who else you're having an impact on. It could be somebody watching you that you're unaware of watching you. It could be somebody in the same room that's feeling you. And on a very, very metaphysical level, we're all connected anyway. So when you go out of your way, or when you purposely put the intention into being the highest version of yourself, and the word intention, I'm going to do a video on that, because 10 is 1 to 9 and 10 is the full it's the full amount of numbers that you can create any number with. So it's completion. So when you intend something, it's almost like you're completing it. So when you intend to be the highest version of yourself, you put out that energy, and then it's almost like everybody else around you intends to be the highest versions of themselves. So the vibration you put out comes back to you, and I really do find that my communication with everybody when I am intending to be the highest version of myself is so much clearer, so much, the energy around the whole thing is just so much better. And this doesn't only go for people as well, this goes for food. Saying grace before you eat dinner. I mean, growing up, I went to a Christian school, so we had to say grace before we ate dinner. And I never understood that this was a metaphor for an energy exchange between you and your food. So if you're eating your food and you don't like it and you're not enjoying it, the food's, whether it's fruit and vegetables, it's going to be no good for you, because the energy you're putting into that food, if you're going, oh shit, I really don't want to eat this, that's the energy you're putting into the food, that's the energy you can consume, even if it's the healthiest fucking vegetable in the world. The energy you've absorbed into that food is not going to be good for you. Whereas if you're grateful for that food and you're really enjoying it, that's the energy that you're putting into that food, that energy is coming back to you. This is going to sound strange to some people, but a lot of people are going to think this makes a lot of sense. And I know this makes sense because I've been shown it in so many different ways now, and I've experienced it, that I'd even say to you, I could eat pizza for 5 weeks, 5 times a day, and not put on weight because of the intention that I put into that food and because of the energy I put into that food. But it's the programming and the subconscious beliefs or the paradigms that we've created that make us do this. That's why you'll see some people that are overweight that don't eat anything. And you'll say to them, how can you not eat anything? You're overweight. Or you'll see somebody who's really skinny, but they eat 10 McDonald's a day. And you'll be like, how the fuck does this work out? The beliefs you put into things are more powerful than what you've been told the nutrition is in them. So the energy you put into your food ultimately comes back to you. So when you say grace to something, that's an energy exchange. It's a metaphor for exchanging energy with your food. Now, as I've said before, we're all connected. So why would you not try to be the highest version of yourself every day? Because if I go out and communicate with people and I'm in a mood, generally you get people that are moody converse with you, and you're affecting that person, that person's getting affected by your vibration, and that's going out and it's rippling out into everybody else. So I really am very aware of the energy that I put out now, and because of this, my experiences and my communication with everybody, I'm very happy with. It's been a very long lesson to get to the point that I'm at, but it's interesting seeing how when you speak your truth, people listen to you. When you don't speak your truth, if you tell a lot of lies, you'll notice you'll talk to a lot of people and they're just not even listening to you, because their higher selves know that you're talking shit and they're not interested. Whereas when you speak your truth 100%, you have a conversation with someone, the energy's there, and even just talking to them, you can feel they're absorbing what you're saying, because their higher self knows this guy's talking legit, what he's saying, we're going to give him time. That's why if I sit here and I say to you, I love you, I see you, I see your positive, I see your negative, I see your masculine, I see your feminine, I see your dark side and I see your light side, and I love all parts of them. Now when I say that, you can probably feel that I mean that, because I love all of these aspects of myself. So if you felt that, you felt it because I feel it for myself, and now you know that I feel it for you as well. So be the highest version of yourself every day, and it helps other people be the highest versions of themselves. So I hope this has resonated with you guys, and I hope part of you's understood it, or all of you's understood it, and I hope that you felt that. Love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow.